Don't ever let them confuse personal freedom with civic freedom. A lot of dictatorships allow personal freedom as long as you keep your nose out of politics. And we have a lot of personal freedom in our country. We can eat what we want, choose the clothes we want to wear, brush our teeth when we want, date who we want, marry who we want, divorce who we want, travel where we want, have the hobbies who we want. We can choose the soft drink we want. We can choose the television station we want. We can click it off when we want. We can get into a 5,000-pound car and go down 3 blocks to buy some chiclets if we want. That's not civic freedom. Civic freedom was best defined by Marcus Cicero, the Roman orator, 2,100 or so years ago. He said, freedom is participation in power. And that's quite a bit more than personal freedom. And if we don't participate more in power and demand to participate in power and build organized people power, as Saul Alinsky once said, the great organizer in Chicago in the 50s and 60s, the only way to beat organized money is with organized people. We won't have the civic freedom to shape the future of our country, decide what's happening to our food, what's in our food, whether we're going to do diplomatic initiatives or military attacks, or whether we're going to redirect the tax system to things we like the least and dislike the most, rather than tax human labor first. We should tax speculation. We should tax the addictive industries, the gambling industries, corporate crime, pollution, before we tax human labor. We can't decide how our tax dollars are going to be used. We can't decide the degree of health and safety standards are going to be imposed on corporations. We can't even decide to save the planet Earth in terms of climate change by transforming our country as an example to the world into magnificent energy efficiency technologies and renewable energy like wind power and solar energy and geothermal. Let me ask you something. What is there left for us to decide in our country, beside our personal decisions? What is there left? And the way to do it is not to be cynical and withdraw. That leaves a vacuum that's filled by the power brokers. The way is to be skeptical and research forward. And build these Congress watchdog groups, these Congress action groups in every congressional district, which we're going to try to encourage people to do in 2009. 2,000 serious people, 200 hours volunteer time each, and raising enough money to open 3 offices with 3 full-time advocates for the continuity with those 2,000 people, and a laser beam on 2 senators and representatives for these future directions, many of which are on our website, like full Medicare for all, living wage, solar energy, opening up the debates, public funding of public campaigns, and so on. And speaking of senators, I really want to hope you will with me for the full recovery of Senator Ted Kennedy, who can come back in January and become the lion of the Senate. He has steadfast held more principles than most people who've been there for 10 years. I'm for term limits, 12 years, but he's right on so many things, not so good on some foreign affairs, but right on so many good things that I hope he recovers and still maintains his senior senator status for your state. Now, thank you all for coming.